Welcome to the Joshua Report True World News. This is a program where we will be bringing to you true news from around the world, international current events. As we've said, we are Christian people. We believe the Bible. So we will be looking at Christian news in the Bible and relating that to world events, because the Bible is news. A lot of that is future news. So I would like to go over some topics that we will be discussing. This is a live news report. Please like, share, and comment. Please like this page. Please follow us. We are building this program. A lot of our other videos have thousands, if not millions of views. This is a new program that we are bringing. Our other platforms, Teacher Joshua James, we have a lot of videos, thousands of videos, but this is something where we are going to be discussing world news, not so much Bible studies, but actual world news. So I would like to go over a list of topics that we're going to be discussing, and then we're going to go into current events and world news, looking at it with the spirit of truth. So we're going to be uncovering lies in current events taking place around the world. So as you know, there is a lot of news happening in the world today, a lot of violence, protests, a lot of false things going on with agendas behind that. So we're going to be uncovering lies and the people that are actually in the shadows operating these movements. We are looking at international politics, economics, law, and culture. So we're going to be looking today at economics, financial collapse. We're going to be looking at famines, food shortages, as well as violence that is taking place all over the world. We're also going to be looking at military and world war. As we are in a build-up to world war, we see around the world that a lot of countries are becoming very angry, violence, but also civil war with inside of countries is beginning to happen. So I would like to look at the first news article today. The first news article, it says this. I'm not going to read where the news is from, just because we don't want to be naming those places. You can search for them yourself. So the first news article is IMF, which is International Monetary Fund, a big financial system, says global economic collapse caused by coronavirus will be even worse than feared. So they are saying that a global economic collapse, a financial collapse, is coming. The other article we have says a looming economic collapse, the $250 trillion worldwide debt crisis. So we have a looming economic collapse, the $250 trillion worldwide debt crisis. So we see there is a debt crisis, a financial collapse that is coming. I would like to take this moment to read a verse from the Bible. On each episode, we will be reading one or possibly two verses from the Bible. Of course, our other programs, you can have a lot of Bible verses. In Revelation chapter 6, verse 4, we read, to take peace from the earth, so violence. Verse 5, and when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. See thou hurt not the oil and the wine. So here we have the Bible speaking about famine, about food shortages. So when you go into the grocery store, there's no chicken, there's no eggs, there's no milk, or if there is, it's very expensive. You go to buy a jar of milk or a carton of milk, and it costs $20 or $50, where it's very expensive to buy food, or there is no food. So I would like to take us to our next news article, and that is going to be where it says global famine is coming to the world. Famine of biblical proportions. This is mainstream news on many news sources. It says famine of biblical proportions looms over humanity. Wow, what a news report that is. Famine of biblical proportions looms over humanity due to COVID-19, UN food chief warns. So the UN is saying a famine of biblical proportions looms over humanity. So we see that in the book of Revelation, it does speak about famines, about wars, about plagues, and that is going to happen in this end time scenario that the book of Revelation gives us. So let's continue into some other news topics that we are looking at. We are looking at communist China that seems to be waging war against humanity. We do believe that it is what we are seeing, that all this COVID, corona, this deception that's happening in the world, that what is really happening is the nation of communist China is rising against the once Christian country of the United States. Okay, particularly. I believe that the goal of everything that is happening in the world today is to take down the United States. Let us never forget that the United States is a wonderful, prosperous, God-fearing nation. At least it once was, and I am not born in the United States, but I love the United States of America. And brothers and sisters, I am telling you that the purpose of what is happening in the world today is to destroy the United States. What did they call the United States at one point? The home of the brave. And now the brave are arrested for murder when they defend themselves against violent criminals on the streets. So, brothers and sisters, I do believe that the purpose of everything we're seeing in the world today is to take down the once great country of the United States of America. Okay, so let's continue. We are going to be discussing true world history and geography. You've been lied to by the universities. You've been lied to by the mainstream news. We are going to give you true world history, and it will shock you, including that a lot of these great countries like the United States, Canada, Britain, France, Australia, they were founded on the Bible, on Christian men and women having farms, believing in God, and now we're just seeing a godless, evil beast forming in the world. You will not hear this on your mainstream news. It is because they are liars. All right, let's continue. Forced medical procedures, including injections. Forced medical procedures, including injections, microchips, the changing of DNA, injecting you with mystery liquids that can be very toxic, poisonous, and can possibly even change your DNA. We are hearing that it is just common knowledge that they're injecting people with aborted baby fetuses. They are injecting people with chimpanzee DNA. This may sound crazy. It is mainstream news on these companies' websites. What else? We're going to evolution. Yes, it's true. You can believe a form of evolution and you can also be a Christian, and that may really surprise you. So we're going to go over that. We're going to go over all this, okay? Can you be a Christian? Also believe forms of evolution? Yes. It may shock you that many people in the past have believed just that, and we're going to go over that. Science. We're going to be discussing true science, or science so-called, falsely so-called wisdom. Immigration and the invasion of Western countries, which I personally believe is the number one news story of the day. That is immigration and the invasion of Western countries. Live news broadcast. So we are live. We are looking at immigration and the invasion of Western countries, which I believe is one of the main problems, main news topics, is the immigration and the invasion of Western countries. Now, I want to say this. You're not going to hear this on your fake news, your nightly fake news. You're not going to hear this. We are giving you world news from a true soldier, a true Christian soldier standpoint. The Bible speaks about a flood in the book of Daniel. The Bible speaks about a flood in the book of Revelation. Now, I am a Bible teacher. That is what we do. We are Bible teachers, but we are also going to give you world news. So understand, you're going to have news given to you from a Bible teacher. So we're going to relate it to the Bible. Now, you can join us for our daily Bible teachings. Teacher Joshua James. You can search thousands of videos, Israel, all over the world. But now we're looking at news. So let's look at some news. As we just read, famine of biblical proportions looms over humanity due to COVID-19. UN. Food chief warns. So there is a famine coming to the world. There is financial collapse. We just read COVID-19 will create a global hunger crisis by the end of 2020. Now, I want to say I'm not giving you my thoughts on this news program. What I'm doing is I am highlighting, I am bringing to your attention real news stories. I'm not going to bring too much of my opinion. I'm not going to bring even too much of my comments. What I'm going to do to you is I am going to read to you real news that is all over the world, mainstream news, some of it, okay? And then relate it to the Bible and give a comment or two, and then I want you to speak. You can answer, you can ask questions, you can give us topics. What is a topic that you would like us to speak about? We will research it and we will talk about it. Also, we hope to have live guests from around the world. We would love to have someone in China who is a true believer, if there is any there, I don't know, a real believer in the doctrine. We would like to hear a Chinese Christian person tell us what's happening on the ground in Beijing. That would be interesting. So we hear COVID-19 will create a global hunger crisis by the end of 2020. So now we're going to move into some other economic news. Canada's economy experiences its worst plunge in history. Canada's economy experiences its worst plunge in history. As we've said before, I believe that the communist country of China is trying to collapse the great country of the United States of America, but with that is collateral damage to Canada, and then of course Britain, France. Communist China is trying to become, and I believe will become, the world leader, but it will rule. with very strong, terrible corruption, communist nations, the no Christianity, no freedom, walking around with a diaper on your face that you call a mask. It's ridiculous. So let's continue. The next Great Depression is here. Another news article reads, the next global depression is coming and optimism won't slow it down. No matter what your governments say, the economy's doing great. No, it's not. Mexico slumps to Great Depression economic lows. Mexico slumps to Great Depression economic lows. We coming soon. We have a new internet system coming soon. We're at the ends of the earth right now, so we have a new internet system coming soon. So just bear with us. Please like, share, and comment. This is True World News. Also, this is viewer funded. So we need your help. If this news is helping you, go to www.teacherjoshuajames.com and you can donate so we can bring you even more Bible teachings and more news. This is viewer funded. This is real news. So we see Mexico slumps to Great Depression and economic lows. Australia's economy takes sharpest dive since the 1930s. All right. So we're just seeing all over the world, the economy is crashing. Now, however long that might be, we don't know, but we know that famines, plagues, wars is coming because that is what the Bible teaches. This is the Joshua Report, True World News. All right. So as we discussed, one of the topics is immigration and the invasion of Western countries. All right, so one of my favorite topics. Now, let me say this. I do believe that in each country, no matter, let's say, the color of your skin or whatever you are, I believe there are upright, proper people in all the countries of the world who believe in God, upright people who believe in God, who want to live according to God's laws and culture, who believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of God, go to church, have children, are upright people, no matter the color of your skin. But what I'm talking about is the overall system of corruption that is coming. So I would like to say this. I would like to say that I do believe that in each country there are proper and upright people, but there's a lot more in some countries. So let's look at some of this now. So we're going to look at an interesting topic, okay? So we're going to talk about the country of Nigeria. The country of Nigeria. So this is a country in Africa, the country of Nigeria. The country of Nigeria is in the world's most dangerous countries. Okay, so understand the country of Nigeria is in the world's most dangerous countries, but more specifically for women. Okay, so for all these people, women's rights, okay? Well, understand this. The world's most dangerous countries in general and the world's most dangerous countries for women is Nigeria. Okay? So, let's look at Nigeria. So, that being said, now we're going to look at some things that are happening in Nigeria. Christians facing murders in Nigeria like never before. 37 people killed this month. Christians alone. Okay? Nigeria is becoming the killing ground for Christians. Okay? So Nigeria, one of the most violent countries in the world, women being raped and killed on the streets, stabbing, shootings, home invasions, okay, Christians being killed. Nigeria is a very dangerous country. Now, is there some proper, upright people living there? Of course, I'm talking in general. So now, let's look at the next article. Over 12,000 Nigerians moving to Canada per year. Okay, so let's backtrack. Nigeria, one of the most violent, dangerous countries in the world. Okay. Many Christians being killed every month. Over 12,000 Nigerians moving to Canada each year. Does this sound like a good idea to you if you're a Canadian? No. Now listen to this. Toronto, Canada. Toronto's murder rate reached historic highs. The murder rate in Toronto, Canada, is the highest it has ever been in history. I wonder if this has anything to do with one another. Of course it does. Wake up. Your government is guilty of treason. Your government is bringing in invading armies to destroy your country, to change your culture, to change your history, to burn down your churches, and to destroy you. And if you don't understand this, you're lost. You're lost. You're part of the problem. Now, I believe that in these countries, such as Nigeria and other countries, there are proper, upright people, but they are sending in invading armies to destroy the Western countries, to take away Christianity. That is why countries like Canada, Britain are so violent that you can barely walk down the streets at times, and the country is in such decline, you can literally see it happening in front of your eyes. Wake up. You're under attack. All right, so we're going to continue now into some other news. So we're looking at the economy. So it says the next global depression is coming and optimism won't slow it down. So no matter how much your government says the economy's great, everything's great, they are lying to you. I want to give you a little testimony. I was in a grocery store the other day, and I made a comment regarding the corona COVID deception and regarding the diapers that people wear on their face. They call them masks. And someone says, "Don't you know the news that communist China's telling us it's all real?" Let me tell you this. If you're listening to communist China for your world news, you are so lost. You are the problem. You should move to communist China. If you think that the communist Chinese government's so great, move to China. That's what I say. Now, I believe in China there's upright people. I believe in China there's proper people. But the overall system is going to destroy the once prosperous Christian countries, and you need to wake up. You need to live as a proper, upright person, following the customs and the culture of the Bible. That is what you need to do. You need to believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of God. Yes, that's what you need to believe. And stop believing communist China and stop believing your government as God, but start reading this book, the King James Holy Bible, and be saved. Now, as you know, as we said, as a man named Pontius Pilate. Do you know who that is? The people nowadays living in Britain, Australia, United States, Canada, they don't even know who Pontius Pilate is. And he's named so many times in the Bible, you can't even count it on one hand. It's because they're playing video games, watching sports, and playing with their dog. You should be reading your Bible. Now, as a man named Pontius Pilate once said to Jesus Christ, "What is truth?" You are going to find out the answer to that question. On this program, the Joshua Report, you are going to hear the truth. I need you to like, share, comment, get this out, get your friends and family watching. We are live every day, weekdays, Monday to Friday, every weekday, Monday to Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. time, 3 p.m. Monday to Friday, Eastern Standard Time. We are going over current events, world news, talking about Israel and the Middle East, false religions, cults, biblical end-time events, plagues, famines. We're also going to give you good news and solutions where you and your family can get through these difficult times, such as having, good food, good water. The governments are poisoning your water, cutting off your food supplies, poisoning your air with all this radiation, all this evil stuff that's going on. So we are going to give you solutions that you can live through these times. The number one solution, the best investment isn't gold. It's a King James Bible, because that can save your soul. So read your Bibles, follow us each day for world news, true world news on the Joshua Report. We need your help. This is viewer funded. Go to www.teacherjoshuajames.com. You can donate there. The more help, the more support. We're going to do more speaking, and we're going to proclaim truth to the world. We are living in epic times. The world is rapidly changing, and there are very, very few people who are speaking the truth. But the number one truth, Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no man cometh unto the Father but by me. Jesus Christ is the truth, but as a teacher, as a servant, I am going to bring you world news so you can hear the truth. The truth shall make you free. We have a lot of very interesting things to share with you. I've traveled the world, brothers and sisters. I've been in 30 countries just in the recent past. Brothers and sisters, I am going to bring you true news from a Christian point of view, and some of it will shock you. So please join us every day, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every weekday, Monday to Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please download all of our videos. I need your help and support. I'm working for you, but I need your help and support. Please download this video and you upload it to the internet. Attach the Joshua Report, Teacher Joshua James. You put a subject and a title. We need your help. We need these same videos on multiple channels, and we are going to bring you real world news. The Christian countries are being invaded, are under attack. They're coming to kill, steal, and destroy your culture, burn down your churches, crash your economy, and bring in communism. The governments are guilty of treason, brothers and sisters, but we are going to bring you true news, and I hope and I pray that you can receive this and be set free. We will see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Joshua Report, True World News.